Hey, hey, financial besties. How you doing? How you been? How you doing, besties? Happy Sa- Saturday evening to you on the American East Coast. Happy Saturday afternoon to you on the American West Coast. It is Sunday morning where I am in Southeast Asia. And, ooh, yeah, I almost didn't make it. Hmm. 8 a.m. Sunday morning. I might start doing recorded videos and schedule them to post. I I have been in Asia now for a year and still can't find my groove with this weekly live stream schedule. I don't know. I think it's time for me to give it up. I thought by changing the days it'll be easier. Shifting the time a little later for me, it'll be easier. It's not working. So I think I'm gonna start doing recorded videos and just schedule them. And I might do a live stream occasionally. But yeah, this is not good for me. And because it's not a job that pays a salary, mm-mm, I'm not gonna commit to this anymore. But anyway, it's been a slow start to my morning. Got up this morning, tag teaming my little brother with our voice text messages going back and forth. And then my alarm went off. I'm like, why is my alarm going off? I don't really use alarms anymore unless I have like an appointment or I'm meeting up with somebody. And I'm like, why is my alarm going off today? And it completely slipped my mind. I'm supposed to go live on Sunday mornings. I looked at my phone. I was like, oh crap. Let me get up. Let me get up. But anyway, I already had an idea for what I wanted to talk about today. We are continuing with the Summer Wealth Reset series. So, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. In this video, I want to talk about a really bad habit that I had, and I didn't even realize it was a habit because it's something that like sneaks up on you. You don't even know it's happening until you feel the impact of it. So it's a habit I had to break in order to achieve financial freedom and eventually be able to quit my job, retire early, and move abroad without a job. But it was not easy. It was worth it. Not easy. And the first step was just simply awareness of it. So that's what I want to talk about today. We've been told our whole lives, work hard. We got to work twice as hard to get half as far. We work, we work, we work. We climb the ladder. We earn the salary. We get promotions. We get raises, and we earn more and more. And then we finally make it to the top. I don't know if I've ever shared on my channel before, but I was locked in my career. I mean, 10 toes down, locked in. I received so many promotions early in my career. I hit the glass ceiling in the pay scale, what typically takes the average worker their entire career to earn 20, 30 years to earn. I hit the glass ceiling in 7 years. So for the last 12, 13 years of my career, I was pretty much coasting because I was already at the top. So, with that type of working, that type of hustling, that type of grinding, it's like you made it. I made it. I made it to a level that most people in the career field that I was in never see. And if they do see it, it was 20, 30 years in. I did it in 7. So when I say I'm familiar with the hustle and the grind, and also when I say I'm not about that life anymore, it's because I was deep, deep in it. But when we finally make it to the top, we have this mindset of, I worked hard, I deserve to spend this money. I made it. And when you make a certain amount of money, you feel like you need to look the part and play the part. But what if the way we reward ourselves for working hard, for hustling and grinding, for surviving corporate burnout, what if the way we reward ourselves is actually what's keeping us trapped in the cycle of hustling and grind mode? How did we get to a place where we are making the most money we have ever made in our lives, but we feel the least free? How does that happen? How does that happen? It is what I call the danger zone. It's what I call a wealth killer. And you may have heard the term before. It's lifestyle creep. I want to talk about this because lifestyle creep is something that sneaks up on you. I want to talk about how it sneaks up on you. I want to talk about how it impacts your quality of life. And more importantly, how to break the chains so that you can buy back your freedom. Because stuck in that cycle of corporate burnout, hustling and grinding, making another dollar, getting the next promotion, getting the next raise, and you're still feeling financially stuck. You're still feeling like it's never enough. That's not freedom. That's not quality of life. You just got a whole lot of money and a whole lot of stuff. And you got to keep working to make more money to pay for that stuff. So this video is part 3 of the Summer Wealth Reset series. This is a conversation for my ladies. For my ladies, my sisters that are wanting to rethink how they can establish financial stability, how to build that long-term wealth so you can leave that corporate grind cycle, whether that's getting a job that you actually enjoy that may pay less, whether that's taking a sabbatical and taking a break, or doing what I did and said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. How can we make smarter financial decisions that buy back our freedom without overcomplicating money? That's what this entire Summer Wealth series is about. So let's get into it. Wait a minute. Let me say hello to my people that might be joining me live. If you are new here, my name is Malika. I am a stock market investor, first and foremost, and a money coach. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to call myself a money coach, because that's something I'm considering putting the book in on too. I've reached a point in my life where I'm just embracing complete freedom, complete peace of mind and focusing on my wellness. But for now, I am a money coach. But I was a single mom and I was on welfare for almost 10 years until I learned how to invest in the stock market. And then over the years, as I earned promotions and earned more money in my career, I started investing more and more until I built a portfolio that allowed me to retire early at 47. And now I live abroad on the passive income that's generated by my portfolio. So this channel is for women who want to build wealth through investing in the stock market and create a life that centers peace and wellness. This is a judgment-free zone. This is a safe space to talk about money, to talk about all the mistakes that we've made with our money, but more importantly, to talk about how to overcome those mistakes so we aren't repeating them, so we don't stay stuck on the hamster wheel, so we don't stay stuck in that corporate burnout cycle. This is a space where we talk about recentering our wealth for true freedom. True freedom. If you don't have time freedom, you don't have true freedom. And financial freedom is what buys you that time freedom. So if that's the type of content you enjoy, subscribe to my channel. Welcome, new friends. And let me say hello to my financial besties that are already subscribers. And then we will get into the topic of lifestyle creep, how it sneaks up on you, how it impacts your quality of life, but how you can take back control, break the habit, and buy your freedom. We'll get into that in just a second. Who is with me live? Let me say hello to my besties that are with me live. I really enjoy the lives because I like chatting with you all in real time. Hey, Miss Tanya Brooks. Hey, girl, hey. I love the money babies, the money bags and the money babies. Hey, life is what you make it. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, Miss L. What's up, OG bestie? Yes, girl, it is 8 a.m. in Southeast Asia. It's 8 a.m. in Bangkok, Thailand. Hey, Miss Faithful Jones. Always good to see you. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Thank you. I will. I'm always thinking about how I can be of service to others, how I can help, how I can provide value, but also balancing that with my own quality of life and what's best for me. And I love y'all, but I will always choose what's best for me. But thank you for saying that, Tanya. Hey, Miss Diane Miller, financial bestie channel member. Shout out to all of my channel members. We need to do something together this summer. In fact, I am going to do a channel member only workshop. At the end of this series, I'm going to do a channel member only workshop. Because I'm really undecided about if I want to do any more long-term coaching this year. I kind of need a break from long-term coaching, but the idea of like a one-off workshop just for an hour or two, that kind of excites me. That's a like happy median for me where I can still provide value and help others, but also protect my energy and my peace of mind. So I'm going to do something for my channel members at no cost to you all, no additional cost to you all at the end of the series. Let me know if you're a channel member, what type of financial workshop would you want to have? And this will be for the channel members at the financial bestie level. What type of workshop would you like to have this summer? Do you want to talk about managing your money, paying off debt, improving your credit, of course, investing in the stock market. What is it about the stock market specifically that you would like to have a workshop on? I'm open to all ideas. Let me know in the chat if you are a Financial Bestie channel member and you would like to attend a financial workshop. And like I said, for my channel members, it will be no additional cost to you. Just something I would like to do to give back because we haven't done anything together in a while lately. And we used to do something once a month, but I owe you. So shout out to my channel members. I have something special coming for you this summer. Let's see who else is with me. Hello, Miss Coach Donna Marie. Hello, Miss Inspirations 4K. Hello, Miss Just KKV. And hello, Miss Karen D. I like the way that rhymed. I like the way that rhymed. But anyway, let's get into the topic, y'all. Let's get into the topic. And as I go along, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the live chat and I will answer as many as I can as we go along. But what exactly is lifestyle creep? You may have also heard it referred to as lifestyle inflation. And it's basically where your discretionary spending slowly increases at the same rate as your income increases. So you get a promotion, you get a bonus, you get a raise, and instead of investing the difference, you subconsciously, and this is how it sneaks up on you because you don't realize you're doing it, or you associate the raise or the promotion or the bonus with such a small amount of money and you think, oh, this is such a small amount, so it's not a big deal. But you subconsciously adjust how you live and it absorbs every new dollar that you bring into your household. So what used to be delayed until like a windfall, like a tax refund, or it used to be considered a treat or luxury that you would only do once per quarter or once per year, because you have extra income now, that former luxury suddenly becomes a new baseline of necessity. And then it makes it hard to step away from an unfulfilling job or a stressful job or circumstances that's causing burnout because your expenses have expanded to match your salary. So even though you're earning more and more and more every year, or you got that promotion with that big increase, or you got that new job, you usually get a bigger increase when you change jobs, it doesn't really feel like a difference because your expenses have slowly expanded to match your new income. And for Black professional women over 40, I call this a trap because we work exceptionally hard to overcome hurdles that most people in the workforce don't have to face, right? And then we do all that work to reach the peak of our earning power, and we feel like we made it. And we feel like, oh, I can buy this now, or oh, I deserve this now because we've worked so hard to get to that level. But if our spending expands with our income, we never really build that financial safety net that we need to walk away from the stressful job or the burnout. And instead of that extra money providing relief, we get locked into this stressful job because now our bills and our expenses demand the higher paycheck. Can any of y'all relate to this? Now, I am not talking about the people who are not earning a livable wage. I am not talking about the people who just barely get by. But the person I'm talking to is the person that is earning 80, 90, $100,000 a year, six figures, that coveted salary, but you still feel like it's not enough. You still feel like you're barely getting by. How did that happen? How did that happen? I know some of it is inflation. The cost of things have gone up ridiculously. That's undeniable. That's undeniable. But if you earn a decent salary and you still feel like it's not enough, you might ask yourself every payday, how the heck did this happen? Why is this not enough? And I want to remind you that this is a judgment-free zone. There is no shame in anything that I'm sharing, any decisions that you've made to create the financial situation that you're in, because there are very real psychological reasons that this happens. There are very real societal factors at play that causes this to happen. It's not just I'm bad with money or I've made poor money decisions. A lot of people would like us to think that so that we blame ourselves for the financial situations that we find ourselves in sometimes. But there are psychological reasons for this. And I had to learn this and understand this in order to know how to break the financial habit. Because I was caught up. I was caught up in the matrix too. I was caught up in the sauce. But I had to learn what those factors were that was influencing my financial decisions, that was influencing me, and I wasn't even thinking about it in that way. It just felt like regular life. And it was easy for me to say, oh, things just cost more now, or oh, things are just more expensive now. Well, some of that is true. I wasn't aware of the psychological and the societal factors that were influencing my financial decisions that made me feel like I was stuck in a cycle, that made me feel like I had to keep working hard and I had to keep making money in order to just keep up appearances, if you will. There are real reasons that if you are not aware of them, they can swallow you up and make you feel like, oh, I just got to keep going. I just got to keep going. But you don't have to. You can break the cycle. But how does it happen? First, we live in a culture of hyper comparison. And with social media at our fingertips, on this thing right here, it makes hyper comparison easier and easier. So we look around and we see what she has. We see what he has. We see what they have. And it's easy for us to think we should have it too, or we deserve that too, or we want that too. And it may be something that you never even wanted before you saw this person with it. It never even crossed your mind. It wasn't even a desire until you saw that person having it. So it's easy to look around and feel the pressure to keep up with people around us. Because when you're comparing yourself and you think and I want to emphasize the word think, you think they have a better life than you. You think they're happier than you. You think if you had what they have, it will make you feel better too. That's a result of the culture that we live in, the hyper comparison culture. And it influences our financial decisions. But more importantly, for us as Black women in corporate spaces, we pay a heavy psychological tax. We pay a heavy psychological tax because we have to navigate microaggressions every single day. We have to work twice as hard every single day. And with those microaggressions and working twice as hard, the stress that it causes, we have to mask the stress just to keep our seat at the table. We are not able to be our true selves in order to keep our seat at their table. And when you're operating under that level of chronic stress without any relief, it makes your brain crave comfort. It makes your brain crave some form of satisfaction. And we start using our money to soothe the burnout. We tell ourselves, I work 50, 60 hours this week. I deserve this luxury vacation. That was me. I have been to 62 countries because I kept a vacation on the calendar. And when I would leave the United States, I would have to visit at least 2 countries to make it worth it because I knew what I was going back to. And the idea of having a vacation on the calendar, it gave me that mental relief. It gave me something to look forward to. It gave me something to feel like I earned this because I worked so hard and I make decent money and I can afford this luxurious vacation. Some of you may say, this job is killing me, so I'm going to go buy this designer handbag to make me feel better. Or I'm going to go buy this expensive perfume to make me smell good. Or I'm going to go buy all of this luxury skincare to make me look good. It's comfort spending. It's comfort spending, And it's a coping mechanism for workplace trauma, for workplace stress, for workplace burnout. But here's the thing, the more we spend to survive our jobs, the more dependent we become on the job. Say that again. The more we spend just to survive our jobs, the more dependent we become on the job, because we need to keep making money to pay for this new thing that we think we need to relieve our burnout, to relieve our stress, to make us feel good, to make us feel like this is worth it because I deserve it because I just worked 50, 60 hours a week. But if you keep spending on these things, then you have to keep working 50, 60 hours a week in order to earn the money to pay for those things. See the ironic cycle? And that's what causes you to feel stuck, because then you need the job to pay for those things, especially if you put those things on a credit card. Because then you need to keep working to pay off the credit card. And guess what else? And guess what else? I know some of you are probably watching this and thinking, nah, I don't do that. Nah, I don't take luxurious vacations. Nah, I don't buy luxury handbags. No, I don't buy expensive skincare. No, I don't buy any of those things. That doesn't apply to me. But here's the thing, lifestyle creep, it rarely happens with a dramatic purchase. It rarely happens with something really, really expensive. It happens in the small purchases that expand your expenses slowly over time. And I'll tell you a few ways that it snuck up on me. And I can guarantee you at least one of these ways do apply to you, because it can sneak up into your life without you even noticing it. But let me know in the live chat before I share these ways it snuck up on me. Let me know in the live chat. Do you think you have experienced lifestyle creep? And how has it happened to you? Hey, Miss Sierra. It's a catch-22. Yes, it's a catch-22. You work hard, you deal with all the crap in the office all day, every day, and you get home and you just want to whoosah. And the things that you do to feel the relief cost money. And then you spend the money to give you that emotional relief from the job that burnt you out, that stressed you out. But now you need to go back to the job to make more money, because now you got to pay for those things that gave you that temporary relief. Yeah, it's a catch-22 for sure. It's definitely a catch-22. Yes, Miss Donna Marie. Comfort spending is real. I've been shifting away from survival and comfort spending, and it makes me feel much better to be in control of my money instead of letting it control me. Yes. Yes. How have you been shifting away from survival and comfort spending? Share some of the the things that you've done with us. It may help someone else. Miss Sierra said, yes, but for me, it's sale items and online shopping. Girl, I'm a glamorous hoarder. It was the online shopping for me too. Girl, Amazon. Amazon had a chokehold on me. Having that app on my phone and that promise of 1 day and 2 day delivery, child, I was getting the Amazon package, if not every day, every other day. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. And I would say maybe half was stuff I actually needed, but the other half, child, I ain't gonna lie. I, I think I would get home from work and would be not stressed. I didn't feel stressful, but I would be at a mental state that was like heightened. And I just wanted something to help me to relax. Kind of like doom scrolling, or, you're watching TV, or um, just mindless activity just to calm yourself down, just to lower your cortisol levels and just not have to do anything, just mindless activity that just helps you to relax. And because I wasn't a big TV watcher, like I can go days and not even turn my TV on. I'm just not a big TV watcher. But getting on my phone and opening up certain apps, not always on social media, but child, it's like my thumb will automatically just be drawn to the Amazon app. And I would just get to scrolling. Whether I needed something or not, I would just get to scrolling just to see what was on sale, or if if a notification popped up and said, I don't know, Amazon deal, blah, blah, blah. I just need to see what it is. And I go into the app and child, 30 minutes been on gone by. And next thing you know, I got 5 things in my cart. And it just happened that way. Not even thinking about it, not even making a conscious decision. But I realize now in hindsight, because of the psychological impact that a stressful work environment has on you, I realize now why I was doing it. And it did give me relief. The the mindless scrolling gave me relief. The buying something I thought was cute and the anticipation of it being delivered in 1 to 2 days, looking forward to that package, those are little like bursts of dopamine. And it gives you that temporary relief. Amazon is the devil. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Thankfully, where I am, I think you can use Amazon here, but it's very limited what products can be shipped here. And then it takes so long, it's not worth it. To me, it's not worth it. But we do have other apps. Thankfully, I have not gotten addicted to those apps, but we have Lazada and Shopee. And I recently learned you can order on TikTok Shop. Someone told me that Shein delivers here. Because I'm not used to getting deliveries here yet. I haven't been drawn into that bad habit again, and hopefully I won't. But yeah, yeah, girl. Amazon is the devil. Donna Marie said, meal prepping has been a big help to keep me from door dashing on busy work days. Thank you, Donna Marie, for sharing this. This is a perfect segue into what I wanted to share next, how it creeps up on you the small little whispers that causes the lifestyle creep. And it's not always big purchases and luxurious vacations. So for me, it was vacations. Vacations were like therapy for me. I didn't even call them vacations because I took trips so often. They were just trips. I'm traveling. I didn't even consider them vacations anymore because most people, when they take vacations, it's just usually once or twice a year. They go to like all inclusive resorts and they just go to woosah. They lay out by the beach or by the pool or whatever. That wasn't me. I'm going to this country. I want to explore. Boom, boom, boom. I was an active traveler and go back to work, have the next one on my calendar for the next month. There were several years where I took 10, sometimes 12 trips a year. That was me. And I realized in hindsight, that was my mental relief of corporate stress. It was like a running joke in my office. My boss would be like, Malika, where you going to now? Or Malika, where are you now? Sometimes I would log in from wherever I was. Or Malika, what's next? It was kind of expected that Malika was going somewhere and I would make it work. But yeah, this is a perfect segue. Great tips. Thank you for sharing, Miss Donna. The meal prepping has been a big help to keep you from door dashing and no spend weeks where I refrain from Amazon. Amazon probably got all of us in the chokehold. Probably got all of us in the chokehold. It's either you or me. I just have to stop. The stress factors are horrific, and we search for fixes to ease the stress. It's a dangerous habit like overeating. Yes. I didn't even associate it with overeating, but you were on to something with that one, Miss Sierra. You are absolutely right. But like I said, the lifestyle creep, it rarely happens with big dramatic purchases. It happens with small things that we do to give us that emotional relief. And a few ways that it can sneak into your life without even noticing it. These are some of the ways that it snuck up into my life. The first way, as Donna mentioned, what I call the convenience tax. When you're bone tired, you are exhausted, you've been dealing with microaggressions all day, in the meeting, Chad over talking you, trying to mansplain something that's your area of expertise. You got to question yourself. Did I really just see what I just saw? Was that discrimination? Did they allow this person to do this, but they just told me no for the exact same thing last week? Dealing with that crap all day, every day, and then doing your job exceptionally well. Give yourself credit, ladies. Let's pop our collars. Doing your job exceptionally well. You can run circles around these mediocre people. When you are bone tired at the end of the day and you get home, first thing you do when you walk through that door, you can kick off your shoes. And what's the second thing we do, ladies? We unfasten that bra. But you're bone tired. And because you're bone tired, you start outsourcing everything. You stop cooking and you order DoorDash. Like Miss Donna said. You stop cleaning and you hire help. You make good money. You can afford it. Why not? You pay top dollar to have your groceries delivered. Eggs, already expensive. In the store, the free range organic eggs that you buy might be $5.99 for a dozen. But when you order them on DoorDash or whatever grocery app you order from, they magically become $7.99. And then you got to pay a delivery fee on top of that. You start ordering convenience foods, the daily meal kits. I used to order from Hello Fresh, I think it's called. I thought that would be easier. It would make my life easier. They would just deliver the kit, and all I would have to do is assemble it based on the instructions that they included in the box. When you pay the convenience tax, you are literally paying to survive exhaustion. You are paying a premium fee simply to survive exhaustion. So, although you earn more, it doesn't feel like it because the extra income is going towards things that you didn't pay for, but you need to pay for now because it helps you survive the exhaustion. So you never have extra runway to get ahead because that money is now being allocated towards something you need just simply to survive the job. That's one way that lifestyle creep snuck up on me. Second way, neighborhood upgrade. You get a raise, you get a promotion, and suddenly you need a bigger apartment or you need a bigger house or you want to live in a better neighborhood. Now, if you have children, this is understandable because you want your kids in a better neighborhood to go to the better public schools. I get it. But that was one of the decisions that I made that caused lifestyle creep. I wanted my daughter in the best public school that was available in my county. And whether I had to live in a shack or live in a studio, it did not matter to me. I was getting into that zip code because I wanted her in that school. But of course, because you make good money, you're not going to live in just anything. But that neighborhood upgrade also comes with higher rent, a massive mortgage, higher property taxes, and depending on the neighborhood that you move into, HOA fees. All of that can eat up your entire raise. When where you lived before, it was not bad because you have living standards. So you weren't living in the hood anyway. You weren't living in the ghetto to begin with. In your 1 bedroom or your 2 bedroom apartment, let's say you don't have any kids, it was enough space. You didn't need to upgrade to the 2 and the 3 bedroom in the high rise downtown. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. But because you needed the upgrade, you increase the biggest expense that you have, your housing. That was something else that I did that was causing that sneaky lifestyle creep. Yep. Does any of these sound familiar to y'all? Is it just me or did you do it too? Was it just me or did you do it too? Y'all don't leave me out here by myself. I know it wasn't just me. No, it wasn't just me. But the third thing, I said third thing. The third thing I did that caused lifestyle creep was what I call the subscription and membership expansion. First of all, you pay for that gym membership and you ain't been to the gym since February. Why you paying for that gym membership, girl? You ain't been since February. But the membership and subscription expansion. We have all experienced the wave of getting rid of our cable. Cable is too expensive. So we moved to the streaming platforms. Child, why you need Apple, Hulu, HBO Plus, Netflix? Girl, why you need all five? Why you need 5 or 6 different streaming platforms? And when you subscribe to these platforms and you have these memberships, they hit your account automatically. They're small by themselves. $4.99, $7.99, $9.99. It doesn't seem like much individually. And they hit your account automatically, so you don't even have to think about it. You don't even feel it, really. But after 5 streaming platforms, a gym membership, your Pilates membership, all these different things adding up, and they all are hitting your checking account or your credit card every month on different days. You don't even feel it. You don't even notice it until you realize that the combined total of all of them together across 12 months, you have been paying thousands of dollars a year in just subscriptions and memberships. And this is like phantom expenses because this is not money that you're spending consciously. It's not like you're going to Starbucks and getting the $7, $8, $9 drink every day. You're not even aware of it because you're not thinking about it, because these small expenses are hitting your account every month without you having to do anything. So you don't even have to think about it. But at the end of the year, you're spending thousands of dollars a year on just memberships. I'm not even going to insult your intelligence to say, oh, if you would have taken that $1,000 and invested it in the S&P 500, you will have this much over the next 30 years. I'm not going to insult your intelligence like that. But I do want you to be aware that the subscriptions and the memberships, they add up over time, and it's costing you thousands of dollars, and it's just money that's seeping, that's quietly seeping out of your account, and you don't even have to think about it every month because it's small charges that's hitting in the background. And that is money that could be redirected towards your freedom. Yes, I will not insult your intelligence with those finance guru sound bites. I'm not going to do that to you because you already know. You already know. But the whole purpose of this is just to make you aware of the reality that's going on in the background that is not at the forefront of your mind. So you don't think about, this is money I'm spending. And to be honest, when I had a subscription to Hulu, I got that subscription. I think it was Hulu. Was it Hulu or Disney? Because Beyonce released something and she released it exclusively on that platform. So I got a subscription only to watch what Beyonce released. And that's it. And then before I knew it, 6 months later, I'm still paying for it. And I don't even watch nothing on this platform. I don't even watch anything. I got it 6 months ago just to watch Beyonce show, and that's it. That's what those monthly subscriptions do. You keep getting charged because you forgot about it, and then you don't even use it. And then you don't use it. Right? Another expense that creeped up on me, and these are things I was not aware of. It was just part of life. That's why they call it lifestyle creep. But once you become aware of them, now you have the data to be able to break the habit. But another expense that creeped up on me is what I call your elevated friend group. I bet you don't even think about this, ladies. Your elevated friend group. When your lifestyle changes and your circle shifts, the things you want to do may cost more. Instead of celebrating your friend's birthday, going out to dinner, paying for your dinner and paying for her dinner, maybe what, $100 at most, especially if y'all are drinkers. If you're not drinkers, maybe $50, $60, right? But when you elevate your friend group, birthday celebrations can become weekend getaways. And what was once a $100 birthday celebration at a pretty decent restaurant becomes thousands of dollars for the weekend getaway. And then if you got multiple friends in this friend group, you're going to have a weekend getaway for everybody's birthday. Come on now. Come on now. And then let's say you continue with the dinner birthday celebrations. As you elevate your friend group because you've elevated your income, having dinner at, I don't know, Ruth Chris. They used to be my favorite restaurant. Having dinner at Ruth Chris may not be good enough anymore. You may have a friend group that now wants to dine at Michelin star restaurants. So what used to be a $100 birthday dinner now has become a $200, $300 birthday dinner. And let's not talk about those group dinners that want to split the check. You're spending easily hundreds of dollars for one night out for a meal that may last 2 or 3 hours. And you spent $200. And that's on top of the cute new outfit you had to buy, the cute new shoes you had to buy. You had to get your hair done, had to get your nails done. Because you got to look cute for your girl. Because you know y'all got to take pictures for Instagram. And let's not talk about the gift exchanges. When you elevate your friend group, you buy your friend a gift. Then because of the comparison thing, then you feel obligated to buy the other friend a gift, right? Or if it's your birthday, your friend buys you a gift. Let's say she buys you a nice Van Cleef or something like that. Then you feel obligated to buy her something of equal value when it's her birthday. The pressure to keep up with your new social baseline of peers increases your expenses, and it drains your cash flow and keep you relying on that job that burns you out because you need the money to keep up with your social circle. And that's keeping you away from financial freedom. Right? I know y'all can relate. I know y'all can relate. The outfit, the transportation. Oh, yeah, because you got to call an Uber unless you're going to have a designated driver. But you know, all your friends going to be drinking. So you probably call an Uber. I didn't even think about the transportation part. The food, the outfit, the hair, the nails. Child, that birthday celebration done ran you hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars. And if you got more than one friend, you got to do that multiple times throughout the year. Adds up, adds up. Lena said, I need some friends that are good stewards. Financial besties directory. We out here, sis. We out here. We out here. I welcome you into my circle. Miss Sierra said, I used to give gift cards, but now they give me the side eye. They think as a single childless woman, I have extra income to spend. Exactly. Then the expectations, and the expectations fuel the obligations. And then the obligations just spending, spending, spending. That's lifestyle creep. So this is what I mean when I say it's not always a big, massive purchase all at once. It's not always a luxurious vacation. Sometimes it's little things that creep up on you and you don't realize it until you feel the impact. And you're like, damn, why do I feel like I don't make enough? Anytime I hear somebody say they make six figures and it's still not enough, I'm like, let me see your bank statement. Let me see your credit card statement. And I know expenses vary depending on the region of the country that you're in. People that live in New York and California, they have higher expenses. But a single person, a family making low six figures, yeah, that may still be tight. But a single person, childless person making six figures that can't make ends meet, let me see your bank statement. Let me see your credit card statement. Because I got questions. I got questions. Six figures, that's not rich. But you should at least be comfortable. You're not struggling. But if you feel like you're struggling, let me see your bank statements. Let's talk. Let's talk. I will give you a coaching session for free. If you earn six figures and you feel like you're struggling, let me see your bank statements and I will give you a 1 hour coaching session for free. Email me. They assume childless women are rich aunties. Yeah. Oh, this is good. Auditing my friendships has been helping me financially too. Being around people with similar mindset has been super helpful. Yes, that's good, Coach Donna. That's good, girl. And the last one that sneaks up on you, the I deserve it treat. Buying little luxuries to reward hard weeks of work. You worked hard. You want to go out to a nice dinner on payday, or you might want to go buy yourself that bag you've been eyeing for a couple of weeks. Now, I'm not saying don't treat yourself. Treating yourself is great. But if treating yourself is a coping mechanism for workplace stress, it's not great. And especially if treating yourself means increasing credit card debt, it's not great. Y'all know sometimes on these live streams, I get on my soapbox and I get a little animated and I get passionate about how I deliver my message. I feel that brewing up right now. But I ain't gonna go there. treating yourself is a good thing. But if it becomes a coping mechanism for dealing with stress, it's not a good thing. And if treating yourself is increasing your credit card debt, it's not a good thing, because you are just giving yourself temporary relief for long-term pain. You're giving yourself temporary relief for long-term pain. All right. So chat with me, ladies. Let me know in the comments. You relate to any of these conveniences or habits that lead to lifestyle creep? Have you picked up any of these habits that's creeping up in your life, that's expanding your expenses? And as a result, it's making you feel like, I don't earn enough. I don't have any money to save and invest. Let me know in the comments. Which one of these habits can you relate to? And thank you again, Coach Donna, sharing your experiences and how you've been able to overcome them. Let me see. Miss Sierra, in my defense, I have a property in Paris and paying my dad's mortgage and board and care charges. I think I missed the context of that conversation, Sierra. Tay, you try to egg me on. I'm gonna let it simmer in this video. I'm gonna let it simmer in this video. I ain't gonna get fired up on y'all this time. I think I let it loose in the last video, in part 2 of the series. I let it loose. I'm gonna chill this time. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna be honest. I'm still a little sleepy too. I ain't really got it in me today. Yes, Carmen. Yes, Carmen. Hey, financial bestie, channel member. It's okay to say no and create boundaries. Talk about it. No. That's a powerful word, y'all. It's a powerful word that comes with consequences. If you say no, just be aware that it could impact relationships. You could lose some relationships. And if you are okay with that, by all means, say no. But I know some people, they're not okay with that. Some people, I won't call you people pleasers, but some people are not comfortable with like confrontation or friction or disappointing other people. So it's not as easy for others as it is for me or you, Carmen. It's not as easy. And I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that. But yes, girl, no is the easiest way to nip that in the bud. Nip it in the bud. Yes, Lena. It's an expensive coping mechanism. If you treating yourself, it's just to relieve stress, to make you feel better after a exhausting work week, you're not treating yourself. It's just a coping mechanism. Treating yourself is investing for your freedom. Because once you have financial freedom and you can walk away from that stressful job, that's the best gift you could ever give yourself. That's treating yourself. Making financial decisions that allow you to walk away from things that are harming you. That's treating yourself. If you are buying things just to make you feel good temporarily, that's a coping mechanism. That's not treating yourself. And if buying those things are increasing your credit card debt, that's most certainly not treating yourself. You are harming yourself more long term, but it's giving you temporary relief to cope with the situation that's causing you stress. That's coping. That is coping. Veronica said her lifestyle creep is fast food and overdraft fees. Ooh, child, overdraft fees. I can relate to the fast food. But child, I don't like paying fees. Y'all know why I don't like paying fees? Because in my mind, I'm like the bank is already rich. I'm not rich. The bank is super duper wealthy. Billionaires owning those banks. By me overdrafting my account or by me paying any type of fee to a bank, a credit card company, it's making them more rich. I'm contributing to their wealth. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing anything financially that's going to contribute to the wealth of somebody that's already wealthy. That's not giving me any benefit. Mm-mm. So I have a personal hatred of fees because I refuse to make a wealthy person more wealthy. Mm-mm. Not doing it. But the fast food, child, the DoorDash, woo, child. My last few months of living in the US, I don't think I cooked very much at all. I was the DoorDash queen. I remember my uncle telling me, my uncle he hates ordering food. Even when we would order like get takeout, he would rather go pick it up. And he would get mad. He would get mad. Why you ain't tell me you order food? I can go get it. Because he swear people be messing with your food. And they do. He swear people be messing with your food. But the fast food, the delivery, child, that was me. That was me, the lifestyle creep. I know for a fact I probably spent $300-$400 a month on DoorDash. I know I did. I know I did. Miss Sierra said she stopped going to nail salons. Stopped going to nail salons every other week and started doing my own nails at home. That's $60 every 2 weeks add up. That's a good one. That's a good one, Miss Sierra. And that reminds me of a video I saw the other day that said it said something like, is getting your nails done a reflection of your wealth or something like that? Because apparently there's this new trend going on where wealthy women aren't going to the salon anymore. They aren't getting like polish on their nails. I rarely do that anyway. They're not getting polish on their nails. They're not getting I don't know the words. Y'all know the extensions on your nails, whatever it's called. But anyway, apparently there's this new trend where like even designers and the models, like designers, they're not putting polish or nails on models anymore. But wealthy people apparently aren't getting their nails done. So they're saying that not getting your nails done is a sign of wealth. And people who get their nails done is a sign of like a lower financial standing or something. It was interesting to me. I never heard it before, but apparently it's a new trend that is picking up traction now. So your comment reminded me of that. Really interesting. I'll do a separate video on that, on what I think about beauty routines, lashes, and getting your eyebrows done and nails done and all that kind of stuff. Well, we can talk about that in another video, but that's a good one, Miss Sierra. If we have to use a credit card, go for the, nope, I don't agree with this. Don't agree with this, Carmen. Absolutely not. And I'm putting it on the screen just in case somebody read this and thought this was a good idea. If you have to use a credit card, go for the lowest interest rate and lock up the rest. Absolutely not. When you use a credit card, the interest rate should not be part of your decision factor. The interest rate should not be part of the decision factor when choosing a credit card. And the reason why is because you shouldn't be paying interest anyway. I don't give a flying flip if the interest rate on my credit card. So y'all getting me fired up. I said I wasn't going to get fired up. I don't care if the interest rate on my credit card is 50%. I'm using the credit card for the benefits, for the rewards, for the convenience. And as soon as the statement closes, I'm paying the balance off in full. So the interest rate does not matter to me. If you are working towards financial freedom, interest on a credit card should not be a factor because you should be paying off the balance in full every single month. This right here is the slippery slope that get people caught up. Oh, I got a credit card with a low interest rate, so I don't have to pay that much. And then the 1 month you want a little bit more lifestyle creep. Oh, I can put $5,000 on the credit card because the interest rate is low. And no, I'll pay it off over time because the interest rate is low. And then you pay that off. And then you go charge it up again because the interest rate is low. And girl, over time, you done paid that credit card company multiples of what you charge because in your mind, you think the interest rate is low. This is terrible financial advice. Do not choose a credit card because the interest rate is low. You choose a credit card because of the benefits, because of the rewards, and because of the convenience. And credit cards should not be used unless you can pay the balance off in full. And if you're doing that, the interest rate does not matter. I cannot tell you the interest rate on any of my credit cards. I don't know and I don't care because the credit card pays me for the privilege of having me use it. That credit card company is not doing me any favors. So I don't care if they lower the interest rate, increase the interest rate, or make it zero. I don't give a flying flip because they're not getting any interest out of me anyway. And I'm gonna get off my soapbox there. That's the only soapbox message y'all gonna get from me out of this video. I said I was gonna chill in this video, so I'm gonna stop there. But y'all, we don't do interest rates because the lower the interest rate, it's just psychological influence that makes you think it's okay to run up credit card debt. It's never okay. The credit card debt is stealing your freedom. The credit card debt gives you that runway to make it think it's okay to treat myself, to make you think it's okay to do all of these things that I just described as lifestyle creep because the interest rate is low. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop there. See, and this is why I addressed it, because I knew comments were replying. Pay it off as quick as you can. Not as quick as you can. No. Not as quick as you can. No. Pay it off in full, period, full stop. Because if it's as quick as you can, that could be 6 months. That could be 10 months. That can be a year, as long as the interest rate is low. That's what the credit cards do to reel you in. That's what they do to entice you because they know you're going to slip up. They know you don't have the discipline. So they entice you with the low interest rates and wait for you to slip up because they know they're going to get interest from you. They know they're going to get some late fees from you. And they know that that balance is going to compound and multiply over time. Do not. I said I was going to stop, but I can't. What bothers me and what makes me so passionate is that we give up our power. We give up the one thing that we can control and we give it to other people. And then we give them control over us and then we become the victim. And then we become vulnerable and it gives them control to influence our quality of life. And I am just the type of person that do not believe in giving other people control over you that influences your quality of life. And when I see people say things that gives other people control over them. It bothers me. I want everyone in my community to know that you control your quality of life. I know the society that we live in, it makes it easy to be influenced. And that's the whole concept of this video right here, the lifestyle creep. If you are just joining the live, watch the replay. I explained to you how lifestyle creep happens, how it sneaks up on you without you even realizing it. And I gave you examples of how it snuck up on me. And many people in the live chat can relate to it. So it's so easy already to be taken advantage of. So when I see areas where other people are taking advantage of you, and it's easy to stop them from taking advantage of you, that's what makes me so passionate. And that's when I get animated. And when it comes to credit cards, that's a no for me. I am a credit card user, but I pay off the balance in full every single month because I do not want to give the credit card companies control to influence my quality of life. All right, I'll move on from there. Carmen, dear channel member, I appreciate you, but I think you are new to the live stream. You just joined us late and you missed the whole conversation about lifestyle creep. So I am going to invite you to go back to the beginning and watch everything I said from the beginning, and then you will see why this comment right here doesn't apply. You have been influenced and you are being controlled because of this mindset right here. Right? In this whole video, I'm explaining to you how it happened and how you can take your control back. All right? Love you, girl. But watch the whole video. I promise. I promise. You'll get some a better understanding of why I responded that way. Y'all egging me on. I get passionate, y'all. I get passionate. But let me see. Y'all got some good comments. Let me see. Y'all got some good comments. Hey, new channel member. Coach Donna Marie. What's up, girl? Welcome, new financial bestie. Overdraft fees. Overdraft fees. Let me see. Overdraft fees. I moved to a bank that doesn't have any. Much happier. Awesome. Awesome. Can you share which bank? Do you mind sharing which bank so the other besties can know what bank does not have any overdraft fees? That's amazing. I don't know. I don't know of any bank. DoorDash, dining food is a trap. I do use grocery deliveries and have cut back on dining deliveries, but I know I can still do better on this. Yeah, the fact that you are doing amazing, Donna. You have shared so many gems in your comments. You are doing amazing. I thank you for sharing. And this is not about perfection. You don't have to be perfect. I believe when I was in the beginning of my financial journey and started making changes, my focus was to improve one thing at a time. And in the financial independence community, you will often hear people say improve 1% per month. Improve 1% per month. So the fact that you have made the progress that you have so far and all the different ways that you've been sharing with us, I think that's amazing. I think that's amazing. Give yourself credit. Give yourself credit. Not easy. Changing our mindset about what is truly the value of money and rewiring to a new path isn't easy. It's not. It's not easy, Miss Carmen. And that's why I do these videos. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm a money coach. Yeah. And when you have folks in your ear, yeah, that's every. And this is how I know you ain't watched the video. This is how I know you just joined in the live, because we talked about friendship influence. We already talked about all of these things, Miss Carmen. Watch the video. Watch the video. I promise it'll help you out. Lena said, lifestyle creep for me was the gym. On demand TV memberships. Now the kids are in sports. Those had to go. Not the kids' sports. Oh, the memberships in the gym had to go because the kids are in sports. Okay. I want to have some beauty self-care things for myself, but I just can't justify the prices. Look, doing it yourself at home, child. Doing it yourself at home, and then allowing yourself to go out occasionally to have them done, like maybe once a month or once a quarter, go to the salon to have it done. But for your frequent maintenance, your weekly maintenance, do that at home. And then treat yourself and go to the salon, so it feels like a treat. But when you're going to the salon every week, every 2 weeks, it becomes a baseline expense. And that's the lifestyle creep. That's the lifestyle creep. So keep it in the category so that it is a treat. But yeah, you gotta figure out those trade-offs. You got the kids in sports. Them kids' activities are not cheap. Shoot, with them kids in sports, and you sound like you got multiple kids. Child, yeah, that gym membership would have to go. I have to go work out in the little fitness center that's in my HOA. The HOA facility, or the fitness center in the apartment complex. Yeah, some would have to give because those kids' activities are not cheap, child. Yeah, sports and school expenses, they creep up so fast. And not to mention summer. Now, I know the parents with the littles. The parents with the littles right now, you are probably hurting because summer camp, man. I remember when my daughter was younger, I would start planning for her summer camp around February, March. I would start researching and scoping out my options, and I would usually have paid and secured her position in her summer activities by April timeframe. Girl, I could not wait for school to start back because summer camp activities were expensive. So for you mamas that got multiple kids, child, my heart goes out to you, Miss Sophia. My heart goes out to you. Goes back to finding no with sensitivity. Thank you. You have a great soapbox and tips. Pay off credit card debt fully every month, on time or early. Yeah. Oh, NBKC Bank. Also, Cash App used to not charge overdraft fees, but they changed how that's set up now. I don't fool with Cash App, child. Any Cash App users? But NBKC Bank, never heard of them. Coach Don out here dropping gems for y'all. NBKC Bank, they don't charge overdraft fees, she said. I'm glad y'all don't take offense when I go out. When I go off on a tangent and I start ranting. I'm so glad my community vibe with me and you don't get offended. I appreciate you. And I just get passionate because I love y'all. I love y'all so much. And I hate to see my people get taken advantage of. Yeah, girl, them summer fees. Them summer fees really get you. Ooh, child, they be adding up. It is worth it. It is worth it. It really is. Oh, you found a summer camp $50 in 2026? Found a summer camp for $50 for 7 weeks. Girl, you hit the jackpot. Girl, I know you taking them teachers little snacks and giving them little gifts. I will be spoiling all the camp counselors. I be giving them all kinds of treats. Oh my goodness, $50 for 7 weeks, Monday through Friday. Wow, that's amazing. You hit the jackpot with that one, Lena. Good for you. Good for you. But anyway, y'all, we've been on a while. Let me wrap this up. I just want to reiterate that I'm not saying that you need to deprive yourself of a good life. You work hard, you deserve abundance. But true abundance is not temporary satisfaction. That's all I'm saying. True abundance in treating yourself is not temporary satisfaction while you're still chained to a stressful job or a work environment that's draining your joy. That's not treating yourself. You're piling on top of the stress with credit card debt. You're piling on top of what's draining you. When an emergency comes up and you have no runway because all of your income is already accounted for in expenses. That's not treating yourself. I do believe you should treat yourself because you deserve abundance. But luxury, true luxury, true abundance is having the peace of mind to look at a situation, to look at a stressful work environment, to listen to your boss for the last time say something that irked your nerves, and to be able to go home and say, I can afford to leave. I don't have to be here anymore. I can go. That's luxury. That's treating yourself. Doing what's in your best interests that gives you peace of mind, that improves your quality of life, is treating yourself. So if you are choosing these small, temporary pieces of satisfaction and you're compromising your financial stability in doing so, you are not, I respectfully say this, you are not treating yourself. That is the consumerist mentality, the debt mentality that drives the capitalist machine that you hate so much. You are allowing it to influence you and to control you, to make you feel like you are getting some relief, but that relief is only temporary and you're still running on the hamster wheel. True luxury and truly treating yourself is your financial stability so that you can walk away from anything that is not in your best interest. All right. In the next video, we're going to talk about how you can start breaking the chain that's keeping you tethered to these stressful situations, that's keeping you mentally in bondage with thoughts that say, get a credit card with a low interest rate and treat yourself. We're going to talk about how to break the chain with some actionable ways that you can dial back your spending without, hear me out. We're going to talk about some actionable ways you can dial back your spending without feeling deprived. All right. And more importantly, in the next video and throughout the rest of this series, this is about recentering your wealth so that you can choose your mental health, your peace of mind, and your quality of life over a paycheck. All right. If this video was helpful, hit the like button for me, please. And share it with a sister who might need to hear this information, who might not be aware of the lifestyle creep in her life. And if any of you joined the live stream late, I encourage you to watch the replay so you can get the full gist of this conversation. But I thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye for now.